For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a bit of a pitching video on a nice little model from Vango. This here is the Vango Tay. Tay comes in multiple different sizes, a 200, 300 and a 400. Today with me I've got the 400, which I probably would argue is the most popular model in the range. I'm just going to show you how quick and easy it is to put up. The tent itself actually is what we call kind of like a traditional sort of dome tent. So it's something you would pitch the inner part first and then put a fly sheet over the top and there's additional pole for kind of the front canopy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just spread out the front part, sort of the main inner tent first. That's the front, so let's turn that around. Now it's probably not a bad idea to maybe just peg the main four corners, just so it just kind of creates its position then. So let's just grab a few pegs. So what I'm going to do is just peg it out approximately. Just so you can get an idea for it. So, once it's pegged out properly, what we'll do is go get our fiberglass poles out then. So you've got nice fiberglass poles. Like the joys of this is quite simple to put up. Perfect for like going away for short weekends or festivals. And the joys again, they also help to, you also got slightly, two poles which are the same length and then one which is additional one for kind of the front canopy. So let's see what we got here. There's one. There's two. So all I'm going to merely do is just put this pole together, pop it in the ring and pin at the back, and we're just going to feed it through the sleeve. So there's a little sleeve just located there, so go through that sleeve, through that, and then to the ring and pin at the back there. What I would do, as it's pegged out first, if we just lay this down on top, feed the other one back through the other side, it makes it much easier feeding poles through when you've got a flat surface rather than when they're arced. So, that goes through there, that goes through there as well. So what Vango have done is basically they've created kind of a nice little model that is quite inexpensive for what you would normally find for this kind of thing, but it's Vango quality, so you have to compromise on it, you see. So I'll pop it in the ring and pin on one side. Then all I'm going to do is go into the middle, just kind of hold it up a little bit to elevate it. Oh, yeah, it's getting caught there. It's always an easy part when you're on your own. So keep the pressure on that forward. So just lift it up. Just going to arc it. Now slowly go slowly, and insert it at the ring and pin on the other side. Because I've pegged it out already, that is pretty much going to freestand, and I can actually clip it on now. Let's pop that, get ahead of the game, pop that in there. So you can clip it on each side just to give a bit more additional support. Ring and pin. Keep the pressure forward. And it just inserts here. So the main four pegs are really just a kind of a point to get it up to this situation here, you see. You can re-peg it again afterwards, but especially on a windy day, it's worth pegging it down so it doesn't start floating away somewhere. So now we've got the main part of the dome up, I'm just going to close that ground sheet a little bit. There is a tie on top of here, which you can use just to tie it together, and that just helps to elevate right at the heart. Nothing fancy, just a normal sort of bow would be fine. What we'll now do is get the fly sheet. This goes over the top. Spread it out, so that's the front there. So that's going to go over the top. The way to look at it is basically there's a where they stitch it, the seam, there's a cross point. So basically line that up with the cross point of the poles. And what you also normally find as well is underneath here, there's little Velcro tabs. So there's little Velcro tabs just located here, and that's just going to go around the pole just to keep it all in line. Like I said, the seam's a really good sort of point to go by, because really the pole should be dead on the seam. And you've got two tabs, one about sort of midpoint, and then one at the bottom. So normally it's kind of where the guy rope tends to be, because that's then when you happens is when it's pulling the pole and the material, not just pulling kind of the material on its own. So Velcro that on. So you can see where the seams are lining up. Just come forward a little touch. Obviously, the more people you have to help you, the easier it becomes. Because in the game, many hands make light work. That's the one there. Now what I'm going to do is go basically peg the back part of the fly sheet, just so it sits nice and neatly. We'll peg the corner here as well, again just to give a nice start. So once in position, I'm not going to peg the guy ropes just yet. I'm going to thread this front pole through, get that into position, and I can sort of then fully peg it out once everything's inserted. Let's get the guy rope out of the way. But like I say, if you want something ideal for a weekend festival tent, or even as you could use it, a lot of people use it as just like a pup tent, just to go in the main bit. So just how that feed through. Out the other side. Careful doesn't catch. There we go. Now we're talking. Now what we do is then put that in the ring and pin that's attached to the main sort of inner tent. So I can go one side. And the tail's actually got a nice little arch at the front, which helps sort of, you can make that entrance level just a little bit taller to give you a little bit more room. So now we've got that, we'll just peg the front out. So I can bring it forward. And if need be, you can peg probably the ground sheet at the same time. If you're really cunning, you might be able to use the same peg. Get that looking nice and taut. So maybe tweak the outside a little bit just to get nicer. And then finally, last but by no means least, the guy ropes. So as you see, nice, easy, very simple, not a huge amount to it, but for the price point, like I say, it's got a really nice, strong waterproof level. Ventilation panel at the top, yeah, going to help with sort of keep it nice and fresh and airy inside of it. And we are basically done. Looking good. Yeah, so nice, simple, easy, not too much hassle. And same method would be to go with the Tay 300 or even the Tay 200, but that in essence is how you would go about pitching the Vango Tay.